y'all. Welcome to our show, man. 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationships is all about
Addition and subtraction.
I'm one of your hosts, Trey Verdejo.
And I'm Gina Verdejo.
You know it's true, I wanna go with you. I'll be right there, straight holding you. Whatever it takes.
What it is, what it is, what it is. Welcome to another show. 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
Addition and subtraction.
episode
13.
Yeah. Little different today. You know what I'm saying? Little different today.
Got some
You
company.
know what I'm saying? We got our first in live studio guest.
Yes.
So please, and they a family here. Y'all should kind of know them already, but please introduce yourselves.
Peace. We are He Said,
She said.
Love and Abundance. How y'all doing? Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. I'm so glad to have y'all here.
Real ready.
We appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
So,
So, down our summer. We got one more festival that's coming up.
whoa. Not one more. The next festival, because we still got a couple months before the year's up.
Oh my God.
You know, we
He's
got that
killing me.
holiday
He's
rush.
killing me.
Yeah, we got that holiday rush.
I thought I was off the hook.
Yeah, nah, hold up.
Okay,
But
good.
yes. Alright, so let's get to it because that's what people tune in for. That's what
Okay.
people want to know. Like, yo.
So we were trying to figure out the work-life balance because it's like, when do you separate it and when do you turn it off so that when you come home, it's this personal, it's this all home versus when you work together all the time, you're always together. And this is my hangout partner, so we hang out because we best friends anyway. Then it was like working.
What really sparked this topic was a nigga in Boston fucking the bitch at the job. Let's get to it. But alright, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, that wasn't
Oh,
what
no?
sparked it. No.
I'm sorry.
He always jumping the gun.
Oh, can you
That is
separate?
not where this question
Can you
came from.
separate work
Let's
from
get to
personal?
that though.
Yes.
We can get to
Oh,
that.
we're gonna get to
We
it. I'm
gonna come
sorry.
back to this.
Alright, we'll get back to that.
No, what sparked it is we were working and I drifted off because I like the look of vendors. And when I came back, he was like, "Yo, you fired again." I get fired a lot. Or I quit. I'm like,
It
I
just,
quit.
you know, it's something that I try to tell other vendors too. You know what I mean? Like, but when I'm going to an event, we're gonna sell.
Focus, absolutely.
Yeah, we're not here to. Yeah, I like to support other people, no doubt.
I'm here to do all of it.
You know, she didn't
I'm dancing.
bought a couple things. We didn't even make a sale yet. I'm like, yo, slow down.
But if you get mad and we're beefing, and then when we try to come home, he's over. He don't even know he in trouble.
So how y'all feel about that?
So
Like,
what you think if you work together?
can y'all keep it? You know what I mean? Because some people can't work together. Couples can't work together. So let me get y'all perspective on that.
That's
I
interesting.
mean, that's a
But
lot.
if you like each other and you get along, does that help? I think so. I don't know. I've never worked physically.
I think the setting might make things different. Again, that corporate setting thrust us into a certain, political correctness, so to speak. So we gotta behave in a certain mannerism while we're in that office building, HR, all of the things that come with that 9-to-5 corporate position. Then when we go home, we kind of unwind. So, if we can find the gray area, that perfect middle in between both of those, or know how to cut that switch on and off, which a lot of people do not. You know what I mean? That's a really intricate characteristic for somebody to know how to cut that switch off.
On and off,
And then,
yep.
become a little submissive, a little more empathetic, sympathetic, so on and so forth to their mate, because they know they don't need to behave in that corporate, tiger fashion in order to succeed in their relationship. So if it's some smart people, I think it can happen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's some downfalls.
I think we've gotten better.
Yeah.
There's some downfalls because people carry a lot of jealousy and insecurities. So if there's a building full of people, then you have I saw you talking to Mary Sue.
that work husband and work wife.
Just always having that be an issue. If someone is carrying a lot of insecurity, it's always going to be, why were you this and who is that?
Yep.
Why you didn't meet me at lunchtime? Or just it's kind of added drama to a degree.
Absolutely.
The people are not
necessary.
secure within themselves.
Right, but again, those mature people, I think
The ones that I seen, because I worked in a lot of call centers, the ones that I seen that married couples work together, it always seemed like there was a lot of drama. or it was easy for drama to get involved because you got, especially if it's like a good-looking couple or they got something going for themselves.
Indeed.
It don't ever really happen to the ugly, busted, and disgusting ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. Love for everybody,
Big
but
girls be-
yeah.
Listen now.
No. But you know, but
So recently we were out and we were coming home.
man, I was laughing at this topic. I was like, oh, you want to talk about this?
Yes.
This is what I go back to. Shit that be happening in our relationship, we bring it to the platform. But
So we were out together and our parking area where we live is assigned by housing. So your house, you have these 2 spots, this is your 2 spots, this is your 2 spots, right? So we pull up. I think it's an etiquette when you pull up and somebody's in your spot. You put your signal on to let them know, burr, burr, or you roll the window down. What's good? I'm trying to pull in. Can you move? Can you back up? Whatever. We pull up. Trey hits the horn.
She's so nice.
So the lady is standing outside of a minivan talking to somebody in the window. I thought for sure she was talking to somebody. She turned and looked. She acknowledged us. Turned around
But
and kept talking.
she gave that look like.
Okay.
Okay,
So we're sitting there and I'm like 10, 9, 8.
Nice technique.
I'm counting.
Very nice technique.
He said, damn, she still ain't moved. She proceeds to get in. He blows the horn again.
Well, no. Alright, so she looked and then kept talking to the person in the van. Made it seem like she wasn't even the driver because
Right.
the door was closed. So I was like, oh, maybe the driver went inside the house. She casually waited and opened the door, got in, turned the car on. I'm like, oh, she's
She
a
the
driver.
driver.
When she turned the car on, she continues to have a conversation. Like, no. I'm
Be
like,
considerate.
Didn't
hold
move.
on.
So now he blows again.
Understand.
She wants to roll the window down and the courteous thing to do, blah, blah. And I'm like, we ain't gotta do all that, just move it. He be like,
I'm sorry.
Now I don't know if she sees me sitting here. So I was like, wait a minute, we ain't gotta do all that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gina.
Oh, let me
I'm sorry. I hate to cut you off. But when you went into the courteous thing to do, what did that refer to?
She telling him the courteous thing to do was to ask me to move.
Yeah. She said, it would be, I don't really have to move, but I do it as a courtesy. I was like, what?
So now I'm jumping over
Now she's
him.
visiting her mother's house, which is 2 doors.
Mama
So
ain't
she
tell- Mama ain't tell her the
no,
rules.
she know the rules.
She been here.
Okay.
They know the rules.
They
But
know.
anyway,
I'm almost in his lap because he's driving.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute, no, we're not doing that.
That's
Just
right.
move your ish
Right.
out the spot. I'm just like, then I'm going off. Babe, wait, calm down. And I was like, no, I'm not calming down. Number one, you're not going to disrespect my husband, and I'm right here. And I said, why don't you let a woman deal with the woman then? Because I'm going to say what I'm going to say, but I don't want you in it. He was sitting there like, no. And then he must have thought about it.
yeah, so that's what the question we're going to kind of bring to you guys. Because I did get a little mad at first, her leaning over, yelling where I could have easily handled it. So when we came in the house, I was like, babe, you didn't really have to do that. I told her, what the hell. And then she's like, nah, I ain't gonna have nobody, no female yelling at my husband. By the time I went upstairs and, put my cell phone down, changed my pants, got in my shorts, I realized, like, yeah, I'm bucking. I came downstairs and said, nah, babe, you right. Because if we out and there's a dude, you having a disagreement with me, I'm gonna step in immediately. So I
Right,
feel
don't. I step
my
back.
bad. But yeah,
Right.
so now go ahead and pose the question.
So the question
Yeah.
is, if you and your partner, and I'm gonna say husband and wife, if you're engaging in a situation or it seems like something's escalating in a beef, and a woman is addressing your husband, do you step in as the wife and say, wait a minute, hold on, and as the husband, if a man is addressing or squawking with your wife, you step in and say, I'm a man, let me deal with this man. So how do you feel about it? Like, what would you guys think?
Absolutely that.
I'm
They look like they want to say something to my husband. I'm jumping right in.
She couldn't wait. Like, yo, ask the question because I got an answer.
But I think what made me mad, Trey turned into, all right, my bad, love. Can you see all that nice right
I did
there?
not say my bad
She
love.
didn't yell at you.
Yes,
No. I said, here you go, back. What I said was, I was like, She said something. I was like, look, just please move. Thank you. And I rolled the window back up. I didn't say love to her though.
I was so mad.
But he took the high road.
He took the high road.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What about? Go ahead. You got more to add, and then we'll get from
I mean,
there.
that's simply because nobody in the world protects black men. So
Facts.
when I met him and was infatuated from the top, I promised myself that's the one thing I'm going to do is protect him. He would never have to fight a battle with a woman. Female, his daughters, none of that. Let me handle that.
Let me deal with it.
Because and I'm never the type of woman that's going to cause a man to want to, create that type of energy with me. I don't think I've really ever had that. But if it was to happen, I'm absolutely going to move to the side.
I move to the
And let him
side.
handle that. I'm not going to jump back and forth with another man ever.
I don't do that.
I'm not going to do that ever. So I wouldn't want to put him in a position to have to do that.
That's
Women
another
nowadays
thing.
are very disrespectful.
Yep.
And the last person I'm going to let you disrespect is my husband.
Yeah. She was out.
You
of
better
pocket.
be ready to knuckle up. Because that is not, it's not going to happen, especially in my presence. I would hate for him to have to come home and tell me. When he has to
Now
come home and
that's
tell
different.
me
But if I'm
that a
physically
girl
there,
was, I'd be like, I'm ready to go get her.
Which,
But he
yeah.
handles it with such discipline, but he definitely checks them and let them know about their attitude or whatever and walks away from the situation. But yeah.
So man to man.
Sir, how would you?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. I think it's, a man's place to check a man, and in the female's place to check a female. If, something happens, and I'm not even gonna give up that much energy. We from an era called Never Let Them See You Sweat. It was like a deodorant.
Right.
And the motto was never let them see you sweat. And the more aggravated a female gets in my presence, the more
You bring it
tone
down a little.
Right.
And if
Because
a
now she
wife
feels
is
stupid.
in my presence, she absolutely is going to, acquiesce and get that taken care of. Because it's not my place. It's not my place to go back and forth with a woman because it's very disrespectful to both of us. We're different. And, the things that I say, my tone, my vernacular, those things can be perceived a certain way from a woman and vice versa. So in order for us to stay in our lanes and again not crash, I would absolutely love and appreciate that my wife handles that situation for me. And kudos to you guys for handling it the way you did.
I mean, it's just, I get it. I'm with that. I definitely feel we should, address each other. I was just trying to diffuse it only because I knew, she'll get out the car and pop off. So I'm like, look, this is what we live by.
And it
You
was
know
your
what I'm
energy.
saying?
You went in the driver's seat. So
Yeah,
sometimes when you're in the
yeah.
driver's seat, you got that driver's mentality.
Right,
I got all of this.
I got
Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
how
We
it
good.
is in the car.
So it's understandable.
Now don't get it twisted. If we're out and something pop off, now you gonna be like, somebody hit me with a bar stool. You might think it was a man. It's probably me. I will bust you with a bar ankle.
Right.
Yeah, I might get the car, but before I go,
All's fair.
we knuckling up with somebody. Neil Long said years ago, I don't need a piece of paper to be committed in my relationship.
Okay.
There are a lot of people and women who feel the same way, right? So I don't need this paper. But if a man proposes to a woman, because I wanted to ask this question, and she says, that's not my thing, I'd rather do spiritual, or I don't need it, does that deflate a man's ego? Do you think that has a part of a rejection of sort, but we're still together?
That's
So
a great
we-
question.
I'm not a man, so I really.
I know, I was like,
Can't answer
this
that.
so
To be honest with you, absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Only because it goes with the nature of the saying and the commitment. You make an honest woman out of her.
And it's not easy for a man to propose, right?
Absolutely not.
So if she says, we still want to stay together, but babe,
Right.
I don't
So
wanna
you
get married.
you don't want to do it honorably. Again, let me understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, understandable. But I'm gonna, articulate that back out loud so she can hear
so
it.
she can hear it.
So let me understand what
That's
you're
awesome.
saying.
I love
What you're saying is you don't want to commit to me honorably. You would rather live with me, quote unquote, sinfully.
Checking up, simply doing it.
Understandable, but maybe not what my leadership is in line with.
Which is Okay, back to knowing your partner, the person that you're dealing with. What you think about the ego?
If I propose if I propose to you and you would have said no, our relationship would have been over. In my mind, well, first of all, I mean, it's hard because for me knowing you, I knew. You know what I'm saying? So it's another thing. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to marry me if the situation ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, don't leave me. Hey, can you marry me? You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I'm like, yeah, she'll say yeah. So, but if you would have said no, it would have crushed me, and we definitely would have had serious conversations about breaking up, because I would have lost that much trust in you. Because I think for a man to get to that period, that moment where he's giving himself to you, and you let him down, that's hard for a man to just bounce back. You know what I'm saying? That's harder to get over than if you cheated on me.
Wow. Now, I wouldn't have pegged that. How do you feel about long-term engagements? Do you think it helps or does it hinder if you're engaged for like ever, or you just living together forever, and then you say, okay, let's do it?
Okay, Mrs.
I mean, that's hard to say because we were together for a long time before we got married. We're absolutely different. We can't
We
compare
were
us
together
to
for how long before we got
8
married?
years.
8 years.
We got engaged after 5.
Okay.
So you guys were engaged for
3
years. But I thought that was standard engagement timeline.
In our day it was,
Right.
but
Okay.
nowadays, not even being together for 8 years is acceptable. When modern people meet, they need to be marriage minded, on the track for marriage within, a year to 2 years, realistically.
That's their date.
Because if we continue to, 3, 4, 5 years out, it might not happen. So they are very astute and what do we call it? They have blinders on, absolutely. They have blinders on when it comes to relationship and marriage, because it has to happen in a certain trajectory. But again, we were together for a little longer than what they would assume is traditional before we were able to commit to each other, because like he said, in my mind, there was a level of responsibility, a level of commitment, a level of maturity that comes with marriage.
Right.
And if you only want to do it once, you want to do it right.
Well, maybe that
quote
plays a
unquote.
fact. You're right.
You want to do it a
If
certain
you want to do it
way.
one time.
Depending on how you're looking at it, depending on your lens, and depending on that one, is going to dictate, your sincerity and how organic you are in your approach.
Yeah.
But I was totally committed without the paper. But I knew if I said, I don't want to get married again, if he was thinking about it, I already know that would have been
I got it
a
right.
deal
But-
breaker.
Absolutely.
So for me, like, my first marriage, the mother of my kids, we did it for a piece of paper. We did it at the time I was doing my own business. I needed benefits. All right, let's get that over with.
Absolutely.
And now we was already together. We didn't need no paper
Right.
to, make that official. We wasn't really like, that wasn't our thing. We just did the paper, went down, did whatever we needed to do, boom, all right. Now, when I started, dating this young lady here, Miss Cougar, she
He loves
yeah. For her, I knew that it was part of her culture, part of her background, getting married, this, that, and the other. And I know she went through her first situation, and she could have wished it did better, just like I wish mine could have been better. So in her mind, she was like, yeah, I don't really gotta get married or whatever, but I ain't really had a good wedding and this and that. So for me, I knew because you always gotta think how you can uplift your partner to the next level.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Indeed.
so, and for me, I ain't gonna say I don't believe in marriage. I'm just not a religious person. That's not part of my shit. But I had to, in a sense, submit to her in that sense, like, to take it to the next level, I gotta get on my knees and ask her. You know what I'm saying? So that responsibility was important for me. Alright, so can we talk about, are we finally to the moment, can we talk about this shit already?
I don't want to talk about it
it.
like that, but you want to talk about it, so
A
I'm
little
let
bit.
you trip into it.
I mean,
Yes, go ahead.
no, I wanna hear from he said, she said, love and abundance. I wanna hear what you, cause it's been a lot that's been coming out as the days going on. So I already knew it was gonna be more to it.
I knew that.
You know what I mean? So, and there's a lot of twists and turns. I kind of want to hear from your perspective.
Hey, I don't.
The last thing I would say in regards to that situation is that no one is exempt, and that's why you should try to focus on being an amazing person, because we can run down a list of Beyonce,
Don't
J-Lo,
chicks.
Hey, yo,
Halle
a
Berry.
man doesn't cheat for looks.
Thank you.
Your wife is your look. So I know I got a good one. So now I'm going to smash whatever's going to give me that support system that I need for that particular moment.
For the moment.
Moment.
And that's a great point, because a lot of people say, Nia Long is so
Bitch, you a
beautiful, how
moment.
can he cheat on her?
Yeah. Or Carmelo
Asshole.
cheating on
And the thing is
homegirl.
that you don't, ladies, I hate to break this to you, and I'm gonna try to be as gentle as I can.
Say it.
You don't hold our discipline within your beauty.
Say it again.
Yeah, repeat that, man. Say that one more time.
Say
You
it
don't
again.
hold our discipline within your beauty.
Right.
You can be as beautiful. My wife to me is the most beautiful woman in the world, but my discipline dictates how I behave in a room full of hoes.
Yes, sir.
Not how beautiful she is, not how much money we have, not what kind of house and car we have. My discipline. So if I'm not a disciplined person, I'm not going to behave in a disciplined
You're
manner.
not gonna do it no
So
way.
you have to do a little bit more of a deeper dive into the type of person that you're dating, the type of person that you're courting, the type of person that you're sleeping with, to find out if they can behave in such a fashion when things
If it's
aren't
presented.
going well.
So we were talking about, like you said, roles changing, right? And it was one of those things like codes. And I hate to say this, please, 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 people, do not take this wrong. There are codes in the streets to cheating and being committed.
Right?
All right?
Explain.
Let's just be clear. If you are a side dude or a side chick, you should know coming into the situation, baby, play your role.
Right.
Play your
Play
position.
your role.
Don't do too much.
Stay in your place.
Stay in your place, right?
Yeah.
So are men now breaking the code by talking about past affairs? And I'm saying this, if the man is now married, or if the woman he's referring to is gone on and moved on, and now you bragging on your D, like, yeah, I smashed shorty. I just see it so much now,
Wow.
where it was always the woman. She was writing the tell-all book. She was doing the video. So now men are doing some ish.
Sissified.
So it's kind of like
Sissified.
all the rules now switched around. What do you think about the rules?
Gentlemen don't kiss and tell.
Thank you.
And that's the difference of the echelon of men. You have, the different characteristics.
Yeah, we ain't with
The
that.
different
So what about the
categories.
baby saying Friday,
Right.
running his
Megan
mouth
Thee
again
Stallion.
about
That was some sucker
Again,
shit.
that's
So-
gentlemen don't kiss and tell.
Don't
and
kiss and
the
tell.
second thing leads to what y'all else was saying. Money. Just because you give a lame money, you just got lame with
you
money.
just got to lane with money?
So certain people are gonna behave in certain fashions, but gentlemen, we don't kiss and tell. You don't lie on your joint. It's just certain.
You may
things
have
that
one
we-
dude or another dude who you may be like, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
But we ain't ever like, oh, yo.
Not at all.
Well, tell I fucked your bitch.
Not
Like,
at
we
all.
ain't with that.
Not at all.
Man.
But again, that's gentlemen. I don't know about what kind of.
You think it's an
echelon-
age thing for men? Older gentlemen
I mean-
or older?
That would have been my answer to your first part of the question. I think I was told that whatever rule book you played by back in the day, throw that out the window, because nobody else is playing by that rule book.
For sure, the
And
time.
again, like
Yeah,
said,
I don't judge people by age no more. I judge them by their mentality.
absolutely,
Right.
and that never let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
That no participation trophies. We didn't get those. Like that
I hate them.
generation, right? Like we
Wow.
come from a
Hates
different,
You're not a
different
winner.
era from
We're
that.
all
So,
women for participating.
no disrespect, but we just don't understand that. We come
Right.
from a certain
Yeah. it's
persistence. You have to have resilience. You have to be able to make
For sure.
make more with less.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's where we come from. You think
Build
about
and
your
destroy.
ancestors, and you either a builder or you're a destroyer.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
give you a medal.
you know, that's the
anyway
bottom
for
line.
showing
So,
up.
you know, that's the difference I think between the modern people now and,
For sure.
and us.
I totally am. So I want to ask you guys something.
Sure.
Okay, tick tock, tick tock, tick.
Now we're gonna get
Let's get to it.
a little freaky.
No,
Or not? We're not getting freaky now?
no, it's an honest question.
Oh, but it's an honest, freaky question.
All right, so would you
Okay.
guys consider going to a swingers club with your partner, right? And I'm just asking because recently I've been seeing a lot of people going to swingers clubs, and I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I'll tell y'all the name of it. I got it off of TikTok, right? At first I thought it was just single women going, but then when I scrolled through, it was married couples, all mixed, biracial, white, black, women, you know, this type of thing. But they were expressing their visit to an actual a legal place they went to for swingers. And I'm like, okay, the only reason I asked the question is because I knew a couple and they agreed to go to one here in Baltimore, and then she enjoyed it a little too more out of the realm of what her husband initially wanted, and that was the problem. But this was the kicker though, she was already fluent, so he knew she flowed both ways
Okay.
before they even got
I'm
married.
about to say, when you say
Okay.
fluent, you mean
She
she.
dates women and men,
Okay,
but he married her,
Right.
and then he wanted again with this. This is my dream. I want to go. Let's try. And then she kept going. She kept going without her husband. Of course.
Oh, wow. That's what she fucked up
So
at.
she enjoyed it a little bit more. So
Okay.
that was like, wow,
No, but
maybe.
sometimes, you know, right. Sometimes
So
you
the
know,
rules when you're married, definitely rules and boundaries need to be set.
Would y'all go
Not okay.
together and say we're gonna go? Let's just look. We're not gonna touch, but we gonna look.
Me personally, I probably would not. I'm a germaphobe, so I'm not. You know, and I don't like women. I'm fully heterosexual, so I think he would. You know, he would probably like me enjoying a woman. I'm not sure, but a man, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I would enjoy, not a woman.
Mm.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So how would he take that?
Watching you enjoy it, watching a
You
man.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I don't even know if I'm even in that space to be that free with just a stranger.
I'm choking.
I can't. Would you? No, I don't think.
Choking.
Yeah, no, me personally.
Crazy.
What about you?
For me, respectfully, I'll probably be a little different. Now, I think I would be
You
able
might be able to
attend.
convince me. Let me just say.
I think I would be able to attend only because I'm never one in that type of atmosphere to be overindulged or overexcited. Like, even in the nightclub, whatever, strip club, it's just a club.
Strip club is different.
Right.
And it's just a certain, again, never let them see you sweat type of mentality that we walk with. But to just step back on some Game of Thrones shit, you know what I mean? Just like the room where, you know, the whores and all of the knights.
Yeah.
You know, I might walk through and just, you know, take a spectacle of it all, but
But you know, if you walk through, you gotta be butt ass naked. You just can't.
No.
Nah.
He said
What
no.
rule you get that
I
from?
thought that was.
Look
I
at
ain't
this
never been
man
to a
that-
strip
That's the
club.
rule. You gotta come
to
Yeah.
participate, I don't know if
No,
that's gonna
you
be
don't-
something. Again, you know, no,
Y'all
I
like to be
don't think
naked,
I would
y'all.
be
Don't
able
listen
to.
to Trey. Trey just made that all up.
I understand that you definitely don't like women, and that's not, you know,
I
an
don't
area,
like
because I don't
women.
like men, and so I completely
Understand this.
So a threesome is not happening.
So, you know, it's just
Bullshit.
not our area. Our religion doesn't dictate that we move like that as well. So,
Let me know.
a lot of factors that come into
Just
it.
nut.
But at the same time, you know, again, I wouldn't mind going to the club just to enjoy
take
the
a peek.
atmosphere. Absolutely. Whether it's Masquerade or 50 Shades of Grey or 49.
That's a little different.
49 Shades
That's a
of Grey.
little different.
Right.
What you think?
Let me know when it's my go.
It's your go. Oh Lord.
Cisco.
Listen to it.
Really?
So, the answer would be hard no. I would not go to a swinger club with my wife. Now, back, you know, the old lowercase Trey, I probably would have took another lady with me, but I would take my wife to a swinger club. Now, never been to. So, can't go to a just swinger club, and this is even before pandemic, you know what I'm saying? I just can't just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, like, you know, because I'm thinking like you, yeah, I like to go and just experience, and I fuck around and sit down, and a nigga with some balls sit down next to me, his balls all out, like, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, man, nice to meet
I might swing on him, you know what I mean? So, swinger club, I ain't with. I ain't with that. And stripper, like, I went to a stripper club with her in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And
In Decatur, Georgia.
How many lap dances? How many lap dances I got?
None.
How many lap dances you kept telling me to get?
Like 6. I got 2.
You know.
He got none. It was his birthday.
I'm gonna be real, and this is some shit all men. This is real. A man, me, I would love to have a threesome, her, another lady. But I cannot have a threesome with her, another dude, and watch another dude fuck her. It's just crazy. I know that's crazy. Because I know you're thinking like, well, I don't want to eat her pussy.
I don't like women.
I know, I understand that.
I'm not doing
But
it.
I just can't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
let me paint the picture a little different. Okay,
Oh,
so,
shit.
So
Give us a
how
different
about it's
perspective.
not all about having the sexual intercourse? How
At a
about
swinger club?
it's just indulging in my body from 2 men? It doesn't mean the other man has to enter me sexually. It could be a massage. It could be
So
more
those
than
the
you
just
gonna get a man head?
He ain't gotta get nothing.
But what the fuck he's there for? He's just gonna be rubbing you when I'm smashing?
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make no sense then.
Why?
Because if we doing with a female, she ain't just gonna rub you, she gonna get into action.
That's
She either
crazy.
gonna
You
eat you,
understand
suck me, you know what I mean? So,
No.
what is the dude there for? He just gonna massage you?
gray area.
But he gonna massage me too?
Yeah.
The
Hell
dude
no.
is there for her.
Right. It's
How
just-
about this
It's just
threesome
for touch
has
and toe?
nothing to
It's
do
just
with
for her.
you
Right,
getting
it's not for you.
anything?
It's just for
How
her.
about this threesome has
So maybe
nothing to
he's
do with you
massaging
getting
her.
anything?
He
At
doesn't
all.
do anything
So,
sexual.
No,
I'm
that's
having,
all for you.
I'm
It's all for
having
her.
sex with my wife,
Right.
and then he's
You're
there,
pleasuring her.
and he's just
Now,
there.
nobody has to
Besides-
answer her.
Right.
No
For her,
intercourse.
her mental
I
stimulation.
almost passed out. This whole
But see,
shit,
here's the thing.
this whole shit almost just fucked up.
This whole shit.
The whole show, you
know.
almost
Shit,
got
just
But
fucked
see, I
up.
don't
Word.
think that's
Ain't ready yet. This one got
You
it.
1
think?
plus 1 equals 2.
You already know.
This is so funny.
Relationships is about addition
Addition
and
and
subtraction.
And you know what I'm saying? I know.
It is so cool to have a conversation because, again, I always stress this. Married couples communicate differently than couples who are not married.
Bring
It's a
that.
different dialogue. It is a different understanding, right? So,
We are sports people.
Mm.
We New Yorkers. Shout out to the Giants, Nets, Knicks, all of that. Islanders,
Mets,
Rangers, all of that. Mets, Yankees, all of that. But being married is like winning the championship. You get a ring, actually, just like the championship. And here's the thing. Somebody might win the championship again next year.
but you got your.
But you still have your ring. You were a champion. Even if you get divorced, you were a champion at one point. And you go a lot further in the discussion than people who weren't a champion.
We'll deal with it right now.
Absolutely.
But he was still in single mode while we were physically living together. So that's why I said some people need more of a
I was
commitment.
never in. See, females gotta understand. Just because we step out doesn't mean we on single
Talk
mode.
to them. Two
Because
things can't
that
exist at one time.
and I try to tell her that, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's levels to the, and I know you're a cheater, you're a fucking cheater, and I know sometimes when you're a cheater, people don't want to hear anything after that. Oh, you just a cheater. No, it's different levels how you carry it, how you do it. I was just trying to manage. I was just trying to manage several relationships. Like I had this person that was good for this. I had this person that was good for this,
Right.
and I had this person.
Compartmentalizing, but again, that's how we as men, we
Right.
think
That's-
compartmentalizing. We have a brain like a file cabinet. But in my opinion, and again, I'm gonna try to put this as soft as I can. This is not how I am on my channel. But I think women have a brain like a walk-in closet. It's very
Come on.
spacious. And like my wife alluded to earlier, she's kind of sporadic, all over the place until it's kind of targeted. And again, that spacious walk-in closet gives you that opportunity to start to place things here and there. And again, us as men, we kind of compartmentalize. So, but the thing I would say about this particular situation is I think two things can exist at one time. And I think that's where we as modern people, we don't think like that. Because again, we got all of these apps and things that are just one. It's just one. It's just one. It's just one. But again, we grew up with picture in picture. It's always, you got some options. And you guys got to start to think that two things can exist at one time. You can operate in a space of wanting to experiment on the outside, and you can operate in the same space of loving your significant other, but I think a scale comes into place. And when you start to weigh that scale, us as men, we think logically, so we put things on this side and we put things on this side. And if you were talking all crazy to us and not cooking dinner and the house ain't right and yeah, just the things, you may call them 1950 things, but us as men, we call them things. And when they start to stack up, if this, girlfriend experience, I don't know if you guys know about that, but the girlfriend experience, those small touches on the back, laughing at our jokes and, just those things that a girlfriend would give us versus our wife that thinks we're a little bit much to put up with, and our jokes are now corny and they dad jokes, and that girlfriend experience is that difference, that thing that tips the scale. And it's not about you. Everybody's absolutely right. It's not about you. But again, a certain woman may provide femininity, may provide the girlfriend experience, may provide something that we're just not getting, and that's what we go with. So I completely agree with you guys, but again, I think two things can exist at one time, but it makes us look at ourselves. Be a great individual, so that person says, you know what, I'm cheating, but I'm cheating on an awesome individual, and I'm gonna lose them, I'm gonna lose my family, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna lose whatever else comes along with the three dots. But when you weigh the scale, and we got to come out on the good side of the scale, and you control what side of the scale you come out.
I hope y'all paying attention, man.
Men are men, and they are different. And I think if we get on a level of understanding them a little more and respecting that, I mean, it's hard for them to deal with the level of testosterone that they have to fucking deal with.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine. Right? So I'm not a man, and I can't say how they feel about that. I absolutely don't know how it feels. I know how I feel when I'm attracted to a man sexually, you know what I mean? But to actually move on it is totally different.
I've never had a man ask me, why did you cheat? I've never had a man want to know.
They think it's because of emotional connection, and I have to negate. I don't
minefield.
I think some women can cheat just like men.
You want to step on one of those landmines. And again, one question may create more questions. And if you answer,
and it may not be like, why, I'm not saying you cheated on him. I'm just saying a man in period say, what would make a woman?
What would make? Okay. So theoretically,
yeah, not your partner.
Let me be the first, right?
Enlighten
us. Yes, indeed.
Enlighten
I mean,
us.
But it makes sense, like when you said a man would
because you have cheated in the past, right?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm the only one.
Accountability.
No,
but it was one of those, like you said. This one possesses this one has that, and this one has that. Now, there's not going to be one
the same
perfect.
reason we
It was
cheated?
the same reason.
Men don't
So as I was saying that, you was like, damn.
It's facts.
So it sounds like women can compartmentalize
Sexually. Yes.
But that's something that helped our relationship, take it to the next level. Us communicating the way we communicate and bringing up these topics so we can understand each other and understand like what, because there be times I done told her in the past, like, you know what, that will make me go leave out, and then whatever happens, right? And then we'll have an argument now, and then she'll be like, hold up, but let me, and we're like, all right, so she's listening, and she's trying to at least
and you're
trying to figure out
to listen.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so communicate, man, with your partners, man. That's top thing that I always say, man. Just talk to each other. And as a man, for us, it's hard. That 6-letter word, therapy, right? So, you don't necessarily have to go to a therapist to get therapy. You know what I'm saying? You can have therapy within your relationship. Only thing you gotta do is just kind of talk. And we know each other. We both work from home, so it's kind of challenging for us to kind of find that ground, because I could have an easy day, but she's upstairs having a long day, and then vice versa.
Right.
And then by the end of the day, I want to chill, I want to go do this, let's go here. And she's like, no, I want to fucking relax.
Yeah.
So
Fresh.
in the past, it was a challenge for us to kind of identify that.
The
Now
balance.
we can see that. I'd be like, well, we always kind of ask each other, even before the end of the day, by lunchtime, we made it a point for us to always follow up with each other. Hey, how's your day going?
Oh, absolutely.
What's going on with your day? So I already know, okay, she already had a bad day. She got a couple more meetings. I know when we both clock out 4 or 5 o'clock, it's not where we gonna go eat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just try to make sure if she's having a bad day, I try to be like, look, because she's the main one who cooks. She'll come down, she'll see me cooking like, well, no, I got it. Go ahead and relax, take your shower, boom, boom, out of the day.
This is what I think love is, and I always said this to my wife, that love is consideration. Even when you think about that other person, just even a little bit,
It's reciprocal.
just because they're in your mind, that's something. And again, you guys coexisting and thinking about how you can make another person's day a little bit easier is the difference between these people now, the modern people, and the cloth that you guys are cut from, because it's just that consideration is not there. And you guys said some operative words in there. I'm gonna point them out.
Point him out.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is what people don't think about. They think about the wedding, they think about the anniversary, they think about all the grandiose days, but they don't think about Tuesday.
Right.
Right.
We deserve to go and have a damn daiquiri or a margarita.
Some tequila, please.
She deserved to go and sing I'm Every Woman on Tuesday. It makes the week shorter.
Right.
We get to talk. I asked her, what can I do better? Being a husband, being your man. Is there anything that I can do more to help you? And outside the home is the best place to ask it. She don't want me to ask it at the island. We always there.
We always standing there talking.
My boys lost. Usually after my boys
He is
lose,
so
my
pissed.
no, I went home. I went upstairs and I woke my
That was a
baby
long
up
commute from upstairs
so we could do our thing.
from downstairs to upstairs.
I woke her up, and in her mind, cause she didn't have the TV on, she probably was thinking like, damn, this nigga won all his money, cause he going hard.
He
No,
won.
No, they
No,
lost.
they lost.
no.
But he know he got
Let
something
me go
better.
take care of my
He got
baby.
something better upstairs.
So when she wake
This is
up,
football.
when she wake up today, which was last night, when she wake up today, she wake up with a different little bop. I could tell the different bop on the wake up. I'm like,
We
oh,
need it.
I didn't help her day out.
She said, yeah, I get
I didn't help the day out. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome
So
morning. It's an awesome morning.
Ladies, that's the point that you have to be, patient. That your
Yes.
man gets to
On his
that
own.
level, that maturity, that clarity, that
so
Let's get it.
let me ask you guys this, because you guys been together for a long time.
We have.
And relationship is not all about sex or satisfying your couple, but it plays an important role. Satisfying your couple, satisfying your mate could, that's a whole different topic. They could have several conversations. I understand that. But when it comes to sex, satisfying your mate, make sure they're good.
Yes.
Being in a long relationship,
Yes.
what challenges you guys face, if any challenges, or in order to prevent challenges, what you make sure that you do to make sure there's no gap there. Oh yeah.
There's no gap.
Yeah, there's no gap there.
I
And
think the-
then we're gonna talk about the gap period in a second. But let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that gap period.
Drop off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Y'all
let's talk
want me
about
to be really honest? I mean, it's only been a gap because we had children.
Okay.
It's a conscious decision. And me being a woman, we have, as you get older, you start to have reproductive issues. So I battle with endometriosis, so, there's times when there's some pain. I can't perform, but, there's nothing wrong with
But that's different.
There's nothing wrong with
No,
my mouth.
that's
Let me
different.
excuse me.
I'm just talking this
No,
in
I'm
general.
not done.
But
Okay.
she added some sugar on that.
Yeah.
Some sugar.
She put the disclaimer
Just-
on there.
Just because my back might be aching or I might have the butt pain from the endo.
I still want to get it on.
Right.
Don't mean I
Just be
don't want
easy.
to make sure my husband is taken care of.
Pleasure to her husband.
I don't mind that. I've never, I think I understand the dynamic of men. I have no problem with that. I have quite a high sexual drive. You know, I don't mind keeping up with them. Yeah, so the downtimes, I would say women are not comfortable with initiating. I found out now in my years that women are not really known to initiate sex, but they'll say no a lot. So I kind of, you know, like to build with women on when no is present so often, when there's a yes, what are you doing? Are you letting him know it's a yes? It's a go tonight. I got on my sexy panties. You know, just grab them up and get. You know what I mean? Like, because I've seen this for 20 years. You know, women are just like no, and then what is a man supposed to do? Because it's not something they can just turn off. And I don't know if we respectfully understand that and empathize with that it's absolutely not something that y'all can just turn off just because you're in pain, you have a headache, you're frustrated with the kids. You know, I mean, a nut might help that.
Yeah, but that don't affect us. You know what I mean? Like, we still get that nut.
But there's something it helps.
It may help the woman get.
But women are challenged with not being able to climax. So I'm hearing that too. So 70% of women do not climax during intercourse. So gentlemen, respectfully, you pumping in and out of a vagina is not gonna necessarily make a woman come off. So be a little considerate. You know, we do a lot of BJs and walk away. Y'all have to learn to be considerate like that, to separate.
Take notes. Hold on.
To separate always needing intercourse with pleasing us. That would be a reward for you if that's something you would just
I'll say it again. A reward for the man.
I mean, because it's something I think we honor as women.
Yes.
You know, a quick blowjob in the bathroom, you know, a quickie in the car, whatever the case may be. But men are not used to just giving a woman oral and being okay.
Hold
Make
on,
me a
Mrs. She
sandwich.
said,
So
make her a sandwich.
consider that a little bit and just see where your woman goes with that. I mean, just be like, no, I'm good. Get up and just leave the room. She's gonna be like, what the fuck just happened?
Mess her head
It
up.
might be confusing to her. She might not be able to understand that. She might think something's wrong and she did something wrong, but it's just to please you.
Oh, it's all about you tonight, Bobo. Put the reverse Uno card on yourself. You want her to have spicy underwear. You can have some spicy underwear too, whether they Underoos or Captain America or Captain Crunch or whatever you do. But you can have, you know, some nice boxers or some boy shorts or whatever you do. You can, you know, try to have the physique in order or whatever. Have the man, you know, skate going, whether it's hair she likes or no hair. You can have a nice scent going. You definitely gotta have your beard right. So shout out to Beautiful Oils.
You know what I'm saying?
Segue.
It's all over.
You gotta have cocoa, mango, something with sea moss in it.
Something on there.
Something.
I had to learn, and because you did mention something, Nick, in regards to females not coming or enjoying it, you know, and you know, I'm not gonna get too personal about our situations, but we definitely love our morning get up. You know what I mean? And right, and I had to adjust because at first I was just worrying about getting my nut. You know what I'm saying? And on the morning joint, because you know, you just woke up, you got the bad breath, you're not doing all the sexual kissing on your neck and all that. It just wang. And I had to adjust to be like, yeah, I just can't wang. I got a
My man like a Cadillac. He like a Cadillac.
you know what I mean? So, you know, that's something that I definitely had to adjust. But I don't know, fellas, I'm just keeping it real. It always seems like, you know, I just be chilling and we sleeping. And you know, fella, you always gotta get up and go to the bathroom. We got a bathroom in our bedroom.
For sure.
And it always, I don't know if you do this on purpose and I'm gonna put you in the spot, but it always seems like when I go to the bathroom and I come out the bathroom, her covers is not over her.
Yeah, she like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her covers is not over her.
Ass out.
I'm jumping in.
And I literally had a half an hour battle. Like, does she want me to hit right now? Does she want me to wait? You know what I'm saying? So I be doing a little test. Like I tap her leg. Let me see if she looked at. You know, because I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep when she's trying to throw it at me, and I miss the sign. So it be tough.
No,
it be tough on 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me go piss 4 o'clock in the morning. Do I need to bust her? No, I need to lay down. I mean, you guys grew up with each other.
Yes.
The amount of time.
Yes.
So she didn't witness you become a man. You didn't witness her become a woman.
True.
Right? So has there been times when you guys had conversations where
It's
you
focused
know
on
what?
sex.
You're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
You need to up that up.
You're not rocking the boat.
And without getting specific, you know what I mean? Like, how were you guys able to get past that and still be here strong like you guys are?
Let's say, okay, because I know women tend to do this. When a man brings something to a woman, she doesn't complain about anything until he complains.
Yep.
So we do that.
We hold it.
Right?
It's called whataboutism.
Right. So there's always been a conversation of needing more glump 3000. I would say that if anything, that may have been a conversation that has surfaced. I like head. This is something that I enjoy. You know what I mean? So him feeling the need to express that, I had to acquiesce. I don't want him to get head from somebody else. You know what I mean?
So on your honeymoon,
I feel like a little kid.
Oh my God.
I opened up on my honeymoon. It was just
Wonderful.
It was just a different level of growth. And I don't know, I just felt
vulnerable.
Yeah, I always felt like she gave me 100.
And this is shout out to you.
She gave me 100, but I wasn't giving her the 100 that she needed. I was giving her 100, but not the 100 that she needed. You know what I mean? So when I was out there, I started seeing that. I started like, you out somewhere. We was in beach, endless view. I already got a couple drinks in me. Everything is just everything is just perfect. I'm just like, even if I had a complaint, like, damn, I wish I had a drink. A fucking lady would come up, hey sir, do you need drinks? Yeah. You know what I mean? It was just like no complaints. And I just felt like with her, I never opened up with nobody like I opened up with her. That's how I knew she was the one. And I'm including my dudes, my niggas that I catch a case with.
Yes.
No, I'm including them. Like I never opened up to nobody like I opened up to her. That's when I knew she was the one. I just needed a little bit of work to get where she needed me to be.
Shout out to you.
But at least I knew, and she was patient. That's why I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I can't let that slip through my hands. You know what I mean? She was patient.
So gentlemen, PSA, patience is a virtue and something that should be upfront in a woman. If she is pushy and has no patience and lacks that is a red flag.
And when it stick out to you, don't ignore it. When she's the one, she's the one. Don't ignore it.
And something else, men, you have to earn a man's vulnerability.
Yes.
Just like you have to earn a woman's trust, you have to earn a man's vulnerability. It's not something you are just going to get off top.
Nope.
And, if you're not worthy, you're not worthy. I'm just saying.
Yep, facts.
So,
Alright, y'all. I hope you guys enjoy this episode again.
Really good episode.
Really appreciate our guests. One more time, let them know how they can follow you guys.
Yo, we are. He said, she said, love and abundance every Thursday.
Harris Tribe Media Group.
Everywhere social.
Everywhere social.
Fuck with us.
Put it in the Google
TikTok.
search, you'll see us.
Yeah, I'm gonna link them up. So make sure you click the link and follow.
Everywhere, man. Every Thursday, pushing the conversation forward. We all about marriage. We all about relationships. We all about being better together. We do have our individual platforms where we are a little bit unique in our approach. But, medicine don't always taste good. Cod liver oil, catfish oil. These things make you better.
Sea moss.
But they don't taste, particularly well. And that's what we are. So Mr. He said, Everywhere social, Mrs. She Said. Everywhere social, and together we are. He said, she said, love and abundance.
Love and abundance. Alright, so you already guys, I'm Trey Verdejo.
I'm Gina Verdejo.
Thank you for tuning in. 1 + 1
Equals
2.
Relationship is all about.
Addition and subtraction.
You already know. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend,
Please.
tell a friend.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and share to
Subscribe.
this channel. They got nothing but dope content.
Like love,
pushing
all
the
around.
conversation forward and pushing love. And narrative.
Peace.
Peace.
Alright, I have a segment that I'm working on, right? Again, a lot of this stuff stems from me and him. Aside from the regular, this segment is going to be called I Said What I Said. Okay? And it's
What is it called?
I Said What I Said.
Dang.
You said that.
I gotta say it like that. I don't know why.
I felt like I
I don't know
heard
why I
that
gotta
so many
say it like
times.
that. I know,
but-
right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw some general little fun questions at this couple because again,
So we testing
they
couples.
have been together for 25 years.
So we gonna see how they know each other.
Give it up, give it up.
We gonna see how they know each other.
Yeah.
So we gave them a list of questions.
Yep.
We let them answer these questions independently. They didn't
7
share the answers.
questions.
Now we're gonna read the question out and we're gonna say the answers.
Yes.
Well, no, we want to see if they got the same. Give it
Yeah,
to
let's
them.
get to it. You're fine. Let's get
Who
to it.
initiates sex more?
What did I say?
Her.
Okay.
Ooh.
And she
And
said.
I said even.
She said it's easy.
Even.
I don't really keep track.
She said even. Okay.
And I would think so because that's again something that we think is a good thing to keep score on.
Right. That's what I said.
So when y'all, don't keep
Who's
score
that?
on who washed the dishes
Right,
and who
right.
cooked, but
Who was the last one who
she
gave head?
blessed me on Monday, Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
I'm at her.
I'm eating that meat.
I'm at that.
Taco Tuesday.
People.
Alright. So he said her. She said even.
Even.
Alright, get her answer.
Okay.
Don't let her cheat. Get her answer. Get her
she
answer.
tried.
No. We ain't
No
gonna
cheat.
cheat.
That's
We
right.
ain't gonna
No
cheat.
cheat.
All right.
What's the next question? What
Who
you ask?
apologizes first between you guys?
Okay.
All right. He said me.
And she said he does. They got that one the same.
Now, I don't know because I've been doing this little show, whatever, but I could really kind of tell who's a relaxed person because it was certain topics we were talking about, and she couldn't wait for us to say,
Let's go.
what you got to say about it.
Let's get to it.
My man was like, well, thinking about it and hypothetically and
Absolutely.
intellectually and all that other good, you know what I mean? So I already knew that
Who
answer.
do y'all
but-
think apologizes first between us?
I think you do.
No, you.
I think you do.
No, it's him.
Wow.
So let's see. This may take y'all back a little bit.
Okay.
Where did you get engaged?
Oh, we.
All right. He said
That's easy.
in front of a club where we met.
Oh, she said the same.
You know what I'm saying? We don't
Shout out
have
to
no
Callaloo.
fake couples out here. You know
Shout out
what I
to
mean?
the Callaloo, yo.
And they had the
Yes,
club.
Front Parkway.
So that was in New York?
Brooklyn, New York.
Oh,
Right.
Crown
She
Heights.
went to Brooklyn,
Caribbean
New York.
Club. We
Right
met
on
on New
East Type
Year's.
Park.
Right there with the Labor Day festivals we at.
Yeah, we met
Yeah.
on New Year's.
Oh.
And I was
Oh,
totally
yeah.
It was like $100 to get in the club.
Oblivious.
And I still went in there.
Damn.
And
I
yeah, she
love
walked
that.
up to me. She asked me if she could help me with my boots. And I knew she was a help.
Alright.
Who
What's the
takes
next one?
longer to get ready?
Me.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Female. I know certain dudes that
No.
Even
I
if
know
I,
certain
even if I
dudes.
start getting ready before him.
Indeed.
I mean, because
Yeah.
I think it's simpler for me. Pick shirt, pick pants, you got a hat.
She got baby
Boom.
hair
I got
popping,
a
lip
hair.
gloss shine.
I got an iron.
We ain't got time for that.
Alright. Y'all on the same page. What's the next
Alright. Who's the most affectionate?
one? Alright. He said me.
Nope. Even.
Oh,
I would
okay.
say he
She playing the safe. She playing the safe.
I would say.
Oh, yeah. It's me.
Let me see.
She can try to play the safe all she wants.
You said it's you.
I got a rubber booty. It's a little booty, but I got a
You
rubber.
got rabbit.
I don't care. I don't care about no
Let me
stretch
tell you, if
marks.
you
I
don't
don't
hit
care
that
about
ass, if you don't
nothing.
walk by me and tap my ass,
I'm a New
I'm like,
York
what's
nigga.
wrong? Oh,
We don't care about none of that. I love my lady.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get you.
care.
There we go. Alright.
Oh, this is a good
Let's
one.
get
Oh, let's get this.
Who
Is good.
always has to have the last word?
He said, him.
No, and look, all right,
What she said?
we are not in that type of space.
She said,
Yeah.
we are
I don't know
not
if
in
it's
that
a
type
last-
of space.
Like if it's a winning of a last.
She's
word,
right.
I don't-
But on the way out of the room, because I always kind of, we separate. Either one of us is saying something slick and we leave it.
Right.
Because we know that the other person, we ready. So
Uh-huh.
let's just separate. But
Drop
yeah,
the
no,
mic.
I try to say something slick. I get the fuck up out of here. Because I know this shit could go left. So let me,
Yeah.
I'm from Bed-Stuy. I'm going to say something slick.
Right.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to the last. Let's get to the last one.
Oh, this is a nice one.
Ah,
Who said I
man.
love you first?
Oh,
He said, me.
And
that's
she
easy.
agreed.
Alright,
Said it
but
over
no,
there.
it's-
Still in,
so,
you know.
Tell us about that moment. Why you decided to say, I love you.
How soon was it?
I mean, again,
Oh.
just like the
A
vulnerability.
follow-up question. How soon was
Was
it?
it maybe
Right after my
year and a
birthday.
half, 2 years?
Wait.
Okay.
Well, how long?
We met January 1st.
Okay.
Well, she know that's something.
It
I'm
was
not
in-
good with things.
it was in
God damn, I'm not
February.
good with
Okay.
things.
I only stayed at that apartment for a little while in
Mm.
Hollis with my brother.
Oh, so it was a month?
It was
A month into
A
it?
month. I
If
love
that.
you in a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn!
I can
And
understand.
then I
Hey!
whispered it.
Again,
You know, I was
I
kind
can
of
understand
it.
it.
I was just like, yes!
So,
Yes! Love! All right.
again,
So,
when somebody sees a light, you only owe them loyalty, you owe them dedication, you owe them reciprocation, but you need to prove to them that their choice was absolutely right.
No, but that's important because a lot of times people say, oh, you meet somebody too quick and you commit and they could go left.
Maybe they were a good picker.
But nah,
Yeah.
this is a perfect
Indeed.
example where you met somebody, you saw the early sign.
Mhm.
this is before cell
25,
phones.
25 years ago.
This is
Wow.
before.
25 years
Oh,
Just
ago.
start walking up to me, bro. I'm not
And
gonna
you saw
I'm
it.
not gonna lie to you. Again, I've never been, desirable. I've never been one, black and ugly as ever. However,
Right.
so, I've always been in that mindset. And for her, from Queens, when I watched Coming to America and they told me my wife
Yeah.
need to come from
Queens.
Queens if I'm a king, then, it was just, it all just started to fall into place. And for her walking up to me on New Year's, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And if I could do it 1,000,000 times again, I would do it.
Dope.
Wow.
Right?
Nah, they definitely got the answers correct.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, you did.
That was a good comparison.
Changed.
Good comparison.